A serious message is coming out of Washington, and let me tell you, it's not just words. NATO new Secretary General Mark Rutte stood next to powerful US senators and made it crystal clear. Countries like India, China and Brazil needs to rethink their trade with Russia fast or face the risk of US sanctions. So let's talk about what's really going on behind the scenes. In a high-voltage press conference, Rutte echoed Donald Trump's aggressive stance on Russia. Trump recently warned that if Russia doesn't get serious about peace in Ukraine within 50 days, he will unleash 100% secondary sanctions on countries still doing business with Moscow. And who's at the top of the list? It's India. Yes, you heard that right. The US and NATO are now openly pressurizing New Delhi, Beijing and several other countries to stop buying cheap Russian oil and gas, which according to them is helping Vladimir Putin continue the war in Ukraine. Well, Rutte didn't mince his words. He said that if you are sitting in Delhi, Beijing, take this seriously. Well, these sanctions won't just be symbolic, they'll hurt and they'll hurt big. And it's not just NATO. Right after Russia's big statement, top US senators Lindsey Graham and Richard stepped in, warning of economic penalties for countries like India. They claim that by continuing trade with Moscow, these countries are propping up Putin's war machine. They have even proposed a bill in the US Congress, the Sanctioning Russia Act of 2025, which has support from 85 other lawmakers. Now, this particular bill doesn't just suggest regular sanctions, it proposed tariff as high as 500% on nations that keep buying from Russia. The message? Loud and clear, end your deals with Putin or get ready to pay the price. But why now? What has changed suddenly? Well, it all comes just after a major announcement from Trump. In that particular announcement, he revealed that the US and its NATO allies would send massive new military aid to Ukraine, including air defense system, missiles and ammunition, all funded by Europe. And yes, at the same time, Trump gave Russia a 50-day deadline to come to the peace table. If not, boom, secondary sanctions will be on the table. And wait, here's the twist. NATO isn't just urging countries to stop trading. They want India, China and Brazil to pick up the phone and call Putin. Their message? Tell him to get serious about peace or risk dragging his friends down with him. So the question is, what does this mean for India? Well, India has so far walked a very carefully balanced path, condemning wars but continuing to buy Russian energy and defense equipments. The oil trade alone has helped India control fuel prices and inflation at home. But now that strategy is under threat. If the US does slap sanctions or hike tariff, it could affect Indian exports, tech transfers, defense deals and global investment confidence. So basically, in simple terms, cheap Russian oil could end up costing India billions elsewhere. The US is making it clear that either you're with us or you're helping Putin. And while India wants to maintain very strategic autonomy, the pressure from Washington is growing too loud to ignore. Now, all eyes are on India's leadership. Will India stand its ground and defend its national interest, or it will bend under the US and NATO heat? Because in this high-stakes game of geopolitics, every phone call, every barrel of oil and every single trade deal is now a political statement.